IP Kirstie Alley, indeed. Welcome to Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines for December 6th, 2022. And indeed, this is a live news show for movie fans where we talk about all the big trending movie news headlines of the day. Ghostbusters Afterlife has a new director for the second movie, the sequel to that. Did you like that first movie? Robert Pattinson has a new teaser trailer out for a new movie with Bong Joon-ho. Glass Onion has some new posters, a lot of trailers to talk about today, and a trailer dump is what I'm going to call it. And Kirstie Alley passed on last night. We'll pay her some respects. But we start off today's show by talking about that Dungeons and Dragons movie that had a featurette and the poster that dropped yesterday. But Dungeons and Dragons fans brutally roast new movie poster. Yeah, I was, we looked at it yesterday, right guys? I'll just make it a little bit bigger here for you guys. I guess people aren't liking it. They don't like that poster. It got us to look at, I guess, sort of the bad guy or bad girl, the villain of the movie, right? The antagonist. And we saw that all of these people really don't have names because he's just called the Bard, he's called the Rogue, the Druid, the Barbarian, and that's their names because those are the classes that you could be in Dungeons and Dragons. So that's the angle that they're going for. And I guess people didn't like this poster, so let's see what people are saying over. Screen Rant has compiled a collection of what people have said here about the poster. Like, I didn't think it was that awful. I didn't think it was that bad, but let's see what people are saying. Man, I love Drew Struzan-style character collage posters in concept, but I feel like we've collectively forgotten how to compose them. And there's the Indiana Jones Struzan style. Just a comparison saying that, well, it's the floating heads kind of thing, right? That's what they're going for here. They're getting after the floating heads, saying that it's not that good. Really? This poster? I think you could do better, no? Says Kermit. Okay. Well, they're not liking it. And Black Widow? Okay, so that's Sophia Lillis, and she plays the Druid. And so, yeah, some people are saying that she kind of looks like Black Widow there. Okay, fine. I'm not hearting these, by the way, guys. This is just screenshots taken from Twitter, it looks like. Disgusting poster. Can't wait to watch. So they don't really care about the poster. They don't like the poster, but they're interested in the movie. I'm interested in the movie because I like the visual effects. I like fantasy style stuff. So was this made by an intern? I'm not trying to be insulting, but this looks kind of cheap and generic. Well, that's the kind of thing that you get with the floating head stuff. Because like, what's going on behind them? It's just clouds. What's going on below them? It looks like there's a dragon Coliseum kind of thing. There's not, you can't really tell too much, right? What's this? Holy Masking Batman. Holy Masking Batman. I don't know what he's getting at there. Masking. Is that just the floating heads thing? I never understood how these huge movie studios put out posters that look like fan photoshopped in 2 minutes. Yeah, well, they paid for it. They paid handsomely for that poster. What's Black Widow doing there? So I guess there was some backlash to the Dungeons and Dragons featurette kind of thing poster. So I just thought, hey, it is what it is. I didn't think it was too egregious, or I didn't think it was too, like, it's not something that I would want to put on my wall. But few movie posters are like that anymore anyway. They need to... They need to promote who's going to be in the movie because, despite what some people say, stars do matter. They do. And that's why you have to put their faces on the posters. So there you go. People didn't like the Dungeons and Dragons poster. What did you guys think about it? Did you think it was awful? I didn't think it was awful. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and we will talk about it. Okay, so guys... some tragic news here. And I just want to make sure that I pull up her IMDb here ready for this. Kirstie Alley passed on last night, and at the age of 71. 71, I guess she was fighting something though, guys. So this will be splashed all over all the pages today. Kirstie Alley, actress of Cheers and Veronica's Closet, dies at 71. She was also in Look Who's Talking movie with that guy, John Travolta. Sorry, yeah, and everybody put out their condolences and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people said that yeah, she's from Cheers and stuff, and all the cast there of that TV show have put out their condolences because she was fighting um, some kind of cancer, wasn't she? 71 is fairly young, I would say. 71 is it's a little, yeah, it's on the younger side of being up there. Kelsey Grammer says, I've always believed grief for a public figure is a private matter, but I'll say that I loved her. She was also in, we'll take a look at her IMDb here in just a few moments, and I'll let you know what my favorite movies and TV shows were. Okay. Yeah, so a lot of people are putting out their condolences. Let's see what people in the comments section are saying. Rest in peace. Not only was she fantastic on Cheers, she was the most beautiful Vulcan ever. Yeah, she was. And I think it's probably one of my favorite movies of hers. She was in Wrath of Khan, right? But everybody's been putting it out. I'm not going to look too much on that stuff. Because as I said, it's all out there, and you can read what people are saying about it. Died after a battle with cancer, only recently discovered. Her children, true. Okay, so her family, of course, they're grieving. Her cancer was only discovered. I thought she was fighting it for a while. I guess not. Ted Danson, yeah. Okay, let's go over to her IMDb and take a look at what she's accomplished. Because I guess she does have a rather lengthy career, both in TV and in movies. Except we got to deal with this new IMDb setup. It's not that great. And it looks like her last TV movie was in 2020. Okay. Accidental Love. Yeah, in Star Trek, I think was maybe her. I don't know. I liked Don't Look Who's Talking. And that was with the baby, right? That where Bruce Willis was talking was the voice of the baby. Yeah, so she's still got a long resume here. Madhouse, Shoot to Kill. She's having a baby, and of course, everybody remembers Cheers. I was never big on Cheers. I was, I was across the aisle. I was a Night Court kind of guy. And there was like two camps. There's like the Cheers people, and then there was the Night Court people, and I was the Night Court people. I didn't hate Cheers or anything like that. I just never really got into it. I was more of that other kind of show. But yeah, Wrath of Khan, Savick. That was one of her earlier roles, right? Yeah, she was pretty cool in that one. And it was kind of a bummer that she wasn't around for the third one, because her character did move on to the third movie, right? They just recast her. Oh, there she is right there. Let's take a look at her with Leonard Nimoy. They're both of them are gone now. Bummer, man. Yeah, she just had a look about her, and she had a great sense of timing for like the comedy and stuff like that. But she could also play serious roles. She's also been in a lot of rom-coms. So there was one with she did a rom-com with Tim Allen that I really liked, where they're like on the run from the cops or something, and they're like going into an Amish community. I felt like that one was pretty good too. Like that was a movie too. Yeah, great career, Kirstie Alley. What was your favorite performance? What was your? I think for a lot of people, it'll be Cheers. Yeah, 71. Too young. Way too young. Let's just take a look at a few more of her pictures here. Madhouse. Oh, the John Larroquette. So we're talking about Night Court, because he's in Night Court and she was in Cheers. So yeah, cool. And Woody Harrelson. We're going to be talking about Woody Harrelson a little bit later on in the show. I like the show. I watched episodes of Cheers. I just never sat down and watched all the episodes. I liked how he was like he was a baseball player, right? And he kind of actually he suffered from alcoholism too, right? So it was kind of weird for him to work in a bar. It was kind of cool though. Yeah, I liked it. She was good, definitely, for sure. Kirstie Alley, 1951 to 2022. A little bit of a solemn way to start off the show, but yeah, it happens. And all right, I just had to turn off my phone there because I was getting all the copyright claim notices that we did for our trailer reactions that we'll be talking about here in just a few moments. Saying, you got a copyright claim. Oh, yeah, I know. That's what happens when you do trailer reactions. Okay, let's change the pace here, guys. Speaking about Night Court, too, there's that reboot. And John Larroquette's going to be in it. That's going to be just around the corner. That's going to be in January. So we'll be taking a look at that, too, when it comes out. Poster is okay. Our Glass Viking says, if I had to be critical about the Dungeons and Dragons poster, if I had to be critical, it's a little busy and a bland color scheme. It wasn't great, but who cares? Rathacon 2, yeah. Byford the Hobbit says, hey, I love both. Love Cheers. We didn't get Night Court, Our Glass Viking says. Yeah, the recasting sucked. She had a great edge. She did too, Kirstie Alley. She really did. All right, let's move on to The Flash. Gets a release date change, guys. Were you looking forward to The Flash with that guy that we don't talk about too much anymore? June 16th. He hasn't been in the headlines in a while, which is a good thing. I think people will start to forget about some of the stuff that he's done, maybe. Maybe it was a really good idea for them to push the movie, but it was supposed to come out later in June. Now it's moved up 1 week, so it's not really that big of a change. And you still hear good things about the Flash movie. They kind of need it now to kind of reset where they're going to go. And James Gunn is on board with this, knowing where the trajectory of this is going to go, because while Michael Keaton was going to be in this movie, he is in this movie. It sounds like they're going to be more or less making sure that the Batman will be handed over to, well, Batfleck. And hopefully that's the way that'll go. But I'm still looking forward to seeing Michael Keaton. Make no mistake about that. So, yeah. Beyond, we've talked at length with the Ezra Miller shenanigans that he's been up to, getting charged for breaking and entering and all that kind of stuff. Grooming and just a whole bunch of atrocities. But aside from that, the movie was like $200 million, so they have to move forward with it. And you're just gonna have to try to kind of forget that he's not a really good dude. But I hear that the movie's good, and I'm looking forward to that. 1 week earlier, guys, June 16th for The Flash. So there you go. Byford the Hobbit says, I'm waiting for a jury and judge to convict Ezra Miller before I stop watching his movie. Well, I think it'll be his last. He was not going to appear as Flash anymore. They'll recast him. They'll release him from his duties. But because it's already shot, the movie's already shot and it can, and it will, for us DC fans out there, kind of let us know where they're pointing this machine towards the 10-year plan that they have, right? So that's why I'll be watching it. But let's stick with the DCU. Black Adam is being projected to be a box office bomb, with losing $100 million. And that's the headline that's been splashed all over the pages. Box office bust. Black Adam faces theatrical losses. Because, well, let's just take a look at what's happened here, guys. Black Adam. Well, I had fun with it. I did have fun with Black Adam. It had some pacing issues towards the end, like the third act seems like it was a little tacked on with the bad guy that... you saw my reviews for it. But I still had fun with it. And I liked the cast. Pierce Brosnan was really cool in it. Could have done a little less with the kid, but whatever. I thought it was fun. So they're saying here that the budget was $195 to produce. Let's just round that up, because in other sites and stuff like that, they're saying that it's around $200 million. So we'll say that the budget was $200 million plus 80 to 100 million on marketing. So that's like around 300 million, right? Now that's not taking in what the theaters take, but 384 million. So if it's made its marketing budget back probably, and it's made its production budget back, but that'll be around the 300 million mark, plus the percentages that the studios take. Now, people are saying that it's got to make 500 million to break even. I even see people saying that it had to make 600 million to break even. Guys, even if the marketing was 184 million on top of the production budget, it's going to be in the ballpark of busting even, I would say. And they'll say, James, you don't know what you're talking about. The studios take 40% of it. So it's kind of like, but even if it does, it's not going to be a bomb. People are saying that it's going to stand to lose 100 million. I find that a little bit drastic. I don't think they will. It's going to lose. It'll lose maybe 50 million, but I wouldn't call it a failure. I wouldn't say that Black Adam is a failure, and that's the way that people are spinning it, because it didn't make the cheddar. Black Adam had a few things going wrong for it because they had to push it. Its original release date was much earlier in the year. I think it was supposed to come out early August or something. It was supposed to come out in the summertime, guys, and they had to push it because the visual effects houses were so strained that, well, they just couldn't complete it in time. So they pushed it, and I think that hurt it, because Black Adam had 2 weeks right before it came out, before Wakanda Forever. So, and Wakanda Forever was going to make more money than Black Adam was, no matter what. But I had fun with it, and I wouldn't call it a failure, especially not what people are saying. Could lose, and that's a key word here, guys. Could, because there are other numbers in there that we don't know. We know our estimations, right? With the 30% that what the theaters use and marketing uses. We all make our projections here, right? In the ballpark area, but I wouldn't say from the final numbers there, 384. It's still going to have some time here, a few more weeks here, because we got Avatar coming out next week, so it's still got another week to flounder there in the top 5. No, it wasn't in the top 5. Sorry, in the top 10 at least. I think that's what it was last week, right? Let's just go take a look at where Black Adam fared. Yeah, it's still in the top 10. So still make 1.5. It can still. Our Glass Viking says in the live chat, I was kind of disappointed with Black Adam. Perhaps signs of me getting older. I am, however, looking forward to seeing Atom Smasher actor in The Recruit December 16th. Oh, yeah, on Netflix. December 16th. Noah Centineo. But as far as it's saying, 100 million, I don't know if that seems a little bit high. It's still going to, as I said, it's going to be flirting around with the break-even point. So I wouldn't call that a bomb. I know people will be spinning it that way, why Black Adam is losing money, because it doesn't have a lot of repeat value in it. And as I said, it does have that pacing issue towards the end, where it's kind of like, when he finally gives up and says, okay, you can put me away, I felt like that was a logical conclusion to the end of the movie. But then, no, we forgot about that guy with the horns. That's just kind of like the CG bad guy for 10 minutes at the end, right? He's got to save us from that. And it's kind of like, there was something with the directing there that didn't work. Because it did. He did have a good scene there with Pierce Brosnan that felt like a very logical conclusion for that movie. It did. I didn't hate it though. I like the post-credit scene. Everybody loved the post-credit scene. Will Black Adam's losses affect his DCU failure? No, it won't. But as big as The Rock is, it's hard to deny that. It's hard to look at it and say, well, he doesn't have the star power to draw out the people. No, I think it was just the movie itself. I think it had some pacing issues, and I think that was the biggest drawback. Maybe a little bit of the run time too. Yeah. Let's stick with the DC and talk about Margot Robbie, because she's our Harley Quinn, right? She's my Harley Quinn. Uh, can't wait to see what Lady Gaga does with it. But let's take a look at what Margot Robbie says about DC and James Gunn leading DC. Because, yeah, I think James Gunn got the best performance of Harley so far in the Suicide Squad. Um, and she's still on board to play Harley. She loves that character. I love her as that character. I want to see more. And hopefully now that Feige's there and they've had a working relationship, he's going to press the buttons to make sure that she gets more chances, more swings at plate with it. She says, I know it's crazy, and Peter Safran, so he was also the producer on the Suicide Squad, so I know them both really well, and they are a dynamic duo. I think that's such a get for DC. Well, she just agrees with a bunch of us, right? That he's... I really liked the Suicide Squad last year. I think it was fantastic. One of the better movies of the year. Just a lot of fun. John Cena, Peacemaker. Come on, we like that stuff. So yeah, she just agrees with the most of us that I think we are in safe hands with the DC. And it's going to be really interesting to see how he does deal with that Flash scenario, because that's now under his helm. They're still going to go forward with it, and hopefully they go forward still with more Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie also said this about Harley Quinn, that she's still pushing for a Harley and Poison Ivy DCU romance. And you know what? That Harley Quinn animated series definitely paints the way for it. I don't know why they can't do that. They tried the Birds of Prey thing. It really shouldn't have been called Birds of Prey. It should have just been called Harley Quinn. But I think people would be on board for this. And I guess it would depend on who you cast as Poison Ivy, right? Because it would have to be somebody with good chemistry with Margot. But I think she could do it. I think she could pull it off. I would want to see that. I think lots of people would love to see that. Gotham City Sirens, right? There was a script for that. There was some story going around about that, right? With those two, and maybe Catwoman. I'd be on board for that. Who would you cast, though, as Poison Ivy? Who would be a good Poison Ivy? Have to be somebody... I guess it wouldn't have to be somebody around Margot's age range, but it would be weird if it was somebody really, really younger, obviously. Somebody around her age. Jessica Chastain, maybe? No, maybe she's a little too old for Margot. I don't know. Somebody cool. That's who I'd want to see. Let's see what they have in mind here. Let's see what she said here. Robbie's full comment. In 2018, she said this, right? I've been pushing for that for years. I cannot tell you how hard I've been pushing for that. I want it too. Honestly, when I always pictured like Poison Ivy in the comics. I don't really actually picture an actress doing it, but I agree. That would be so good. Oh, she doesn't picture an actress doing it. Like a CG? Anya Taylor-Joy is Poison Ivy? Maybe. A bit of an age difference there. Eva Green came to mind as for Ivy, but maybe she's a little older. Well, yeah, I don't know. Who could play DCU's Poison Ivy? Let's take a look at what some of their suggestions are and if we agree with them. Because I like playing this game every now and then. Who would fit? Karen Gillan? Emma Stone, maybe? Yeah, Emma Stone would be around her age range, right? That could be an interesting Poison Ivy. Christina Hendricks. As much as I like Christina Hendricks, for a couple of reasons, guys. I like Christina Hendricks. Karen Gillan, that would be an interesting casting. But she's kind of... A Weaver's got to drop out. Okay, thanks, man. I'll see you next time. Emma Mackey, Byford the Hobbit says for Poison Ivy. But when will she appear next? I think we're okay. She's got good relations with Peter Safran and James Gunn, so I think that something could happen there. Emma Mackey. Let's pull up Emma Mackey. That's a good suggestion there. Byford the Hobbit says she's going to be in the Barbie movie. Yeah, that's right. Well, she's going to have a... Okay, so then we'll have to see what kind of rapport she has with Margot when they're on screen together. What was she in that I knew? Take a look. Okay, so she was sex education. Death on the Nile. Okay, so she was in that. I like Death on the Nile. And we're getting a third one of those. Emma Mackey. Yeah, I could see that. Wicked. Yeah, she was, there she is with Gal Gadot, the lover. I want to rewatch that Death on the Nile. Oh, yeah, and she was in no, she wasn't in Where the Crawdads. But, yeah, I remember that now. Okay. Interesting choice. Interesting pick, yeah. Emma Mackey. Evangeline Lilly looks youthful and could maybe play Poison Ivy, maybe. But I'd be up between Emma Stone and maybe Emma Mackey there. That was a good choice. Karen Gillan, I guess maybe, well, she does play Nebula in the MCU, so she would be familiar with that kind of thing, but I don't know. Maybe it's a little too on the nose. I have to wait and see. All right. Now, let's talk about Robert Pattinson, and not Robert Pattinson in the Batman sense. He's going to be in a new movie directed by Bong Joon-ho, Mickey 17. Now, it's also being listed as Mickey 7, but the original name was Mickey 17. And we get a first look in a teaser trailer for this movie that's coming out in 2024, and it is a teaser, guys. Let's go over to the IMDb and see what the premise is here. See, on IMDb, it's listed as Mickey 7. The original title is Mickey 17 because it's based off a book. Plots under wraps. No, it's not. It's based on a book. We know what the book is about. It's about like this. He's like a clone. And if you've ever seen that movie Moon, where, he's on a station up on the moon and he's got to make sure that he's like a maintenance guy, right? He's got to make sure that the station is continuously operating. He's a little bit, I think it's a little bit like that. And another version of himself shows up, I think. Maybe this article does give us a little bit more into what the premise of the book is. Described as a high-concept cerebral thriller in the vein of The Martian and Dark Matter. Pattinson will play an expendable, a disposable employee on a human expedition sent to colonize the ice world Niflheim, who refuses to let his replacement clone take his place. Well, yeah, that's very much Moon in a nutshell. But it's got a spin, different planet. Bong Joon-ho, he was the director of Parasite. Academy Award winner Bong Joon-ho. So there you go. Mickey 7. Top-notch cast, right? You can't go wrong with that. So 2024. And we watched the teaser for this, guys, on the pre-show. We do the pre-show like around 10:40. And if we do, if there's like some trailers, that's where we watch the trailers so that you can copyright claim and strike me all you want. But yeah, it's just basically, I think he's coming out of the machine that just, made him, right? Because he's a clone or something like that. And it's a teaser. There's no dialogue. It just kind of like spins around. He opens up his eyes and it hangs on there for more than a few seconds. So March 29th, 2024, Mickey 17. Mickey 7 is what the IMDb said. So they'll have to quickly pick those up. People in the comment sections are saying, 2024, better get ready. It's just around the corner. Yeah, we looked at this when we were doing the pre-show. So let me just refresh it, see if some more comments. Let me just refresh this and see if damn ads. These ads. Okay. Not many more new comments. So it'll get the Robert Pattinson fans out there to take a look at it. This is how you make a movie trailer. Wink. So some people liked it. Batman Beyond, 2 years left. Yeah, it's still a way away. I still have no idea what this movie's about. Well, if you knew that was based on a book, or if you watched this movie news show that we're doing, I just read you the synopsis based from the book. Well, we know that we're in good hands with the director. We know we're in good hands with the actor. It's a team up that I want to see for Mickey 7, due out in March 2024, guys. Interesting little teaser. What did you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. All right, guys, let's take a quick little break here. And as you know, we do a live movie news show, 11 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. And you can follow me on all the other social media handles there. Yeah, we post like behind the scenes stuff, stories and stuff you can find on TikTok and Instagram. And what else can you find here on the show? Well, we do full live series watch-alongs for things like Wednesday. That's up on the channel right now. It's hot. It's hot, guys. Lots of people are watching it, getting lots of traffic. That's what I mean by hot. Some people get weird thoughts in their minds. I don't understand it. But it was a cool show. It was really awesome. I enjoyed it, and I implore you to go check that out. It's in a playlist for you guys to check out. We do full movie watch-alongs for things like Godzilla versus Kong. Last week it was a kaiju week because we did that, and we did Troll. That's out on Netflix, guys. A Norwegian movie. So I'm no stranger to foreign films. And yesterday we did a full live reaction for RR&R. Actually, that's the old thumbnail. I updated that. Just cropped it in a little bit better. RR&R is Telugu foreign film, and we watched the Hindi version on Netflix yesterday. Full 3 hours, guys. It was a good movie, though, man. It was a really good movie. And then, of course, soon we are going to be watching Everything Everywhere All at Once as a reaction, for sure. Because it's on my catch-up list of the year. And on the weekends, we do the Horror Weekly Roundup, where we talk about all the trending horror movie news headlines of the week. And of course, then you know that we do movie news here. So you're going to always find something that you like. Straight out of the theater reactions, trailer reactions, pre-show, some stuff behind the scenes for like members and stuff like that. I really need to concentrate making members-only content. Starting next year is when we'll be doing a lot more of that, trying to drive memberships, to add little things in there. Maybe some of the trailer reactions and stuff will go over to that. I don't know. I got to figure out something. I'm just kind of like floundering a little bit with the channel. But you know what? You're going to find something like that you like here. As I said, we do lots of series reactions for like Star Wars or Mandalorian. Next year we'll be watching The Last of Us. Wednesday, full movie reactions. Like since Wednesday came out, Jenna Ortega was big in that. My reaction for X has been going up, so people have been checking it out. Lots of cool stuff here on Mirror Domains. All right, let's get back into the movie news. Next Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife 2. Next Ghostbusters movie enlists Gil Kenan to direct. The filmmaker was a writer and producer of Ghostbusters Afterlife, so he knows the property, he knows the angle, because it was Jason Reitman that did this one, right? Ghostbusters Afterlife. So he's going to be passing on the torch to a different director, this Gil Kenan. Now, I don't know who this guy is, so I had to Google him. There he is right there, Gil. British American film director. Let's just pull up his IMDb here and see if he's done anything of note as a director. He's done A Boy Called Christmas, Scream TV series. Okay, one episode. Poltergeist. Oh, so he did that new Poltergeist movie that kind of came and went and nobody else talked about. Okay. All right, so at least he's got some movies and some productions under his belt. And then he was a writer. He did the Ghostbusters Afterlife and A Boy Called Christmas. Okay. So that doesn't alarm me at all. I think that looks like it's going to be pretty cool. McKenna Grace is definitely coming back. Finn Wolfhard. Yeah, and they moved to New York, right? The next one's going to take place in New York. I had lots of fun with Ghostbusters Afterlife, and it was a nice little tribute to Harold Ramis there at the end. You know, it kind of pulled on the old heartstrings there for sure. But now that it's going to follow this younger cast, I'm on board, and I can't wait for more. Especially if they take over the firehouse there in New York. That'll be cool to see. because Winston bought it for them, right? At the end, that was like the post-credit scene for Ghostbusters Afterlife. When is this slated to be coming out? I'm guessing 2024. To hit theaters December 2023. Okay. I don't know about that. So they just got the director on. Can they turn this out in a year? I suspect that one's probably going to get pushed. I think it will. Maybe into 2024, which is no big deal. And in fact, I think it'll do better. Ghostbusters Afterlife 2 will do better if it gets like a summertime release. I think it will. All right. Glass Onion is coming out in just, about 20 days, guys. Just under, it's going to come out in 18 days. And I saw it in the theaters. I really enjoyed it, but they've got some new character posters out because it will be on Netflix, I think December 23rd. And we'll be doing a full live watch-along here on the channel for this movie for sure, because it's going to end up as one of my favorite movies of the year. It's going to be in the top 10 for sure. It may even be in the top 5, guys, because that's how awesome it was. So let's take a look at some of the character posters. A lot of it has to do with Daniel Craig as Benoit Blanc. He just takes it to another level. It's just phenomenal. He's a great actor because he's so different from Bond. It's just cool. What else do we got here? Kate Hudson, is the L. Leslie Odom Jr. is the A. I like the color. Dave Bautista. You'll like Dave Bautista in this movie too. He's you can tell that he wants to stretch beyond Drax. You can tell that he does, right? And he's good in this. Wait till you see it. He's a true pleasure to watch. Janelle Monáe is the S, one of the S's. I like that poster. That's a cool one. Really surprising performance from her too. And then Madeline Klein is O. Okay. Jessica Henwick is N. Catherine Hahn is I. Edward Norton is in this too. He plays like a very Elon Musk type character. And that's very topical for right now, right? If you've been paying attention to the headlines, Elon Musk and his thing with Twitter, he's very much playing a character just like that. And of course, he adds his little Edward Nortonisms onto it, but he's good. He's really good. Okay, so they show the Mona Lisa in there. You won't understand that until you see the movie. And is that it? That's it. That's maybe that Mona Lisa is in there just because of that's Rian Johnson's humor. And that paid off. But some new character posters, guys. December 23rd is when this comes out, right? On Netflix. And we will be watching it here on the channel. So make sure that you pay attention for that watch along. Because we're going to have lots of fun watching that one for sure. Our Glass Viking says, if it's set during the Christmas holidays, Afterlife 2 might be a Christmas movie hit. Oh, okay. So maybe, if it is set during Christmas. But because it's ghosts and stuff, I'm guessing that Ghostbusters Afterlife 2 will have a lot of post-production work to be done with the visual effects. Unless they have like a 3-month shoot, that would still give them about 9 months to try to get it out. That's tight. I don't know. Wednesday says, Byford the Hobbit says, Wednesday views are very high. Congrats. Yeah, it was. There was. People enjoy that. And it's getting word of mouth that Wednesday it was top-notch quality. And it is. It's probably going to be one of my favorite series of the year. Right now, I still think, Andor is so good. Andor's good. I liked House of the Dragon. I also really like Rings of Power. It's so hard because it's like a spectrum of genres there. Out of all of them, that it's kind of like it's hard to know which one is my favorite. Wednesday's definitely up there, but I like the payoffs in Rings of Power. Like the last couple of episodes of Rings of Power were top notch. We'll have to see. All right. Let's continue on here. Okay, guys, we got a bunch of trailers that dropped. bunch of trailers. We'll call this the trailer dump. Bifer says my favorite series of the year is Better Call Saul finale. Okay, I never watched Breaking Bad, so I never watched Better Call Saul. Yeah. Okay, this is something called the trailer dump, where we talk about a bunch of trailers that came out today, and we watched all of these trailers during the pre-show. So if you want to see my reactions to them, go check out the pre-show. Champions trailer gives first look at Woody Harrelson's latest sports comedy role. Now, he's like a disgraced NBA coach. It looks like he's got trouble with the bottle. Looks like maybe he's got, he gets in a DUI, and as a court mandated thing, he's got to coach this team that's full of people with special needs. And I thought during the trailer that they'd go to use that R word, instructed by one of the Farrelly brothers, Bobby Farrelly. You thought maybe they would go to that crass, looking down the nose at people with special needs, but they go out of the way here to say, no, don't use that word, don't look at them like that, kind of thing. So it looks like they're going to be dealing with it with a kind of respect. It's a sensitive subject, right? But it does happen. These people do have lives here too, so why can't you make a movie about them? I don't understand why you wouldn't. I liked the way that it was handled, and I like Woody Harrelson. It looks like it's going to have some cheek to it that hopefully will pay off nicely this March. As long as the Farrelly brother there doesn't go too over the top with the crass humor. Actually, I just realized, Woody Harrelson was in Kingpin, directed by both of the Farrelly brothers. So that's kind of a cool reunion there that we're going to get with them. So he's kind of like, oh, do I have to coach them? But then he realizes that he likes them, and then he stands up for them. And I'm hoping that it's just going to be like a nice little feel-good movie. With Woody Harrelson. It's called Champions. I like Woody Harrelson. And everything you hear about him in real life, he's a stand-up dude too, right? He's into helping people, some humanitarian work, strapping himself to a tree to save the forest and stuff like that kind of thing. Let's see what people say here in the comments. Okay, so that's Spanish. I'm not Spanish. This looks genuinely great. Love Woody Harrelson. Yeah. You're no McConaughey is such a great jab on so many levels. Yeah, that's the final line in the trailer. He says, what, am I not handsome enough to find a girlfriend? And that one girl is like, you're no McConaughey. Because you know that him and Matthew McConaughey have kind of like a rivalry, kind of like they're friendly, a friendly rivalry kind of thing, right? Where they every now and then take jabs at each other, right? Woody Harrelson. Yeah. I thought the trailer looked fun. So if you go out and check that out, by all means, March 24th is when this comes out. Ernie Hudson, we just talked about him in Ghostbusters, right? Cheech Marin. I like Cheech. Haven't seen him in a while. When was the last time we saw Cheech Marin? I guess the last time I saw him was in one of those Machete movies, right? But it looks fun. That one looked fun. It did. All right, what's next in the trailer dump? There's a movie coming out called You People for Netflix. And the trailer dropped for that. You People. It's going to have Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hill. It's kind of like a fish out of water. Look who's coming to dinner kind of thing, where he's like the role reversal. He's the white guy. Or he's the Caucasian. Sorry, probably should watch my verbiage here. And he wants to marry Eddie Murphy's daughter. And this is not a good clip, guys. I was looking forward to this. Oh, they were together in True Detective. Okay. I never watched that series, but it was this clip was not that good, because it's just them sitting at the table, and Eddie Murphy's for the most part just sitting there like this, kind of going, "Who is this guy? Oh, please don't say that. Please don't say that," kind of thing. And I just did it with more emotion than Eddie Murphy did. This looks like a paycheck movie for Eddie Murphy. It does. It's not a good clip. Not a good scene that you would want to be using to launch this trailer or to launch this movie. Wow, I didn't even crack a smile. Haven't seen Eddie Murphy in ages. About time. Black parents mad about white boyfriend equals comedy. White parents mad about black boyfriend. Racist in a serious drama. Yeah, I could see that. Is Jonah Hill trying to recapture the scene in 22 Jump Street? Maybe. So people are a little bit confused about this one. They don't really like it. Those people, or sorry, you people. Again, as I said in the trailer reaction for it, when I watched it, sportscaster here in Canada got cancelled because he said you people. Morons. And I'm progressive. And if you know the person that they canceled, he's a loudmouth. He talks like that. He was trying to get people to wear poppies for Remembrance Day. And they canceled him for it. Unbelievable. Yeah, it just drags up bad memories. This one, this January on Netflix. You People. Not a good clip, not a good trailer. Is that it for the trailer dump? No, there's one more, James. Okay, yeah. I did watch the second trailer, right? Because they had a teaser for the Teen Wolf movie. Streaming January 26th on Paramount Plus. Tyler Hoechlin is in this one. And I like the tone of this trailer. I like that they were taking this seriously. This is based off that TV show, right? So it's an extension of the TV show Teen Wolf. So this will have all the Teen Wolf fans on it. Wanting to see what this movie's about, the continuation of these characters, because there's going to be some back lore to it that I won't understand if I see it. Well, actually, it's going to be on Paramount Plus. I don't have it Paramount Plus. And I may flirt with the idea of getting a trial for it for Star Trek Picard, but I can't do watch-alongs for Picard because CBS and is so notorious for blocking anything that, like, I can't do trailer reactions for CBS because they'll block it. That's how stupid it is. But yeah, Tyler Hoechlin's in this, and the action looks like it's not that bad. I don't know what the heck that is. Very mummy-ish, Cenobite-ish. I don't know if that's a character from the series or if it's a villain for this movie, but it's ominous. Looks like it's going to have that. Yeah, there's Tyler Hoechlin right there. Superman, right? And at least here, the 5 o'clock shadow works better on him here than on Superman. He's one of those guys where he'll shave in the morning, and then by 10 a.m., he'll have like this amount of hair on his face. I couldn't understand. I couldn't live like that. Yeah. Teen Wolf, guys. Did you see that trailer? See what people are saying about it. Love it when the trailer shows the entire movie. Is that what it did? I don't know. Sam and Dean would clean this mess in one episode. Is that something about Supernatural? I don't know. I wonder what kind of relationship Scott is going to have with Allison, considering the fact that Scott's mom and Allison's dad ended up together in season 6. Okay, so yeah, it is getting the Teen Wolf crowd out there, right? The memories are flowing back in. I miss Teen Wolf so much. So it's going to cash in on that, and we'll have to see the responses for it. Yeah, it did catch my eye. It was kind of interesting to look at. Indeed. All right, guys, I think that's all I got on the slate here. One more story here before we do the Twitter roundup. Kate Winslet reveals hurtful advice from agent that she ignored. Kate Winslet is one of my favorite actresses out there. She's a powerhouse. She definitely is. And very charismatic on the screen. What was this advice that she ignored? While speaking with the Sunday Times, Winslet revealed crude aspects of the entertainment industry. Okay, when she was coming up, what did she say? It can be extremely negative. People are subject to scrutiny that is more than a young, vulnerable person can cope with. But in the film industry, it is really changing. When I was younger, my agent would get calls saying, "How's her weight?" I kid you not. So it's heartwarming that this has started to change, and good. Because, yeah, back then it was like people were concerned that, like, they wanted toothpicks to be in movies. And no, like, I would never consider Kate Winslet overweight. She's the way that a woman should be, right? She's full and curvy, and that's the way I like it. That's the way that it is. And they wanted toothpicks in movies back then, and she said that it's slowly starting to change. It's not about the way that she looks anymore. It's more about the talent. Like, what does she bring, right? And kudos. That's why I wanted to talk about this. To see that that's starting to change, at least from her perspective, her testimonial there, that's good. And she rejected that. Great actress. I never watched Mare of Easttown, so I hear good things about it. I want to check it out. And she's, of course, going to be in the next Avatar movie next, guys. And Avatar comes out in 10 days. We're only 10 days away from Avatar, so I see it in 15 days. Sorry, 9 days. I'm seeing it on the Thursday, guys. So I'll be seeing Avatar there on Thursday. Not this Thursday. Next Thursday. Yeah, so there you go. She's playing one of the characters. I think she's one of the underwater tribe, right? And she broke records filming that, like holding her breath for long times underwater. Working with Cameron again, of course, she was working with him on Titanic. So this is cool. I found that inspirational. I did. Cool. All right, where are we at? Let's just check to see if I've missed anything in my little estimations. I don't think I did. And then we'll round up. Hit the live show. Because I kind of too quickly went through the Twitter yesterday. Okay, so there's nothing there. You know, I thought we would do something fun. Just quickly here before we round up the Twitter. I'm going to pull up the comments section, and we'll answer some live comments, or not. We'll answer comments live about the RR&R reaction. So I'm just pulling up my YouTube behind the scenes stuff, and let's take a look at what people are saying out there. English dub is garbage. It takes away so much from the Hindi Telugu version. Okay, so I'm not going to thumbs up this comment because it does have. I don't do that for negative comments, sort of. Let's respond to this. Netflix was only offering the Hindi version. I keep it on Hindi mostly towards the end, right? Yeah, because I was toggling between the English and the Hindi, but I was kind of eventually I got to the point where I was like, nah, I'm just gonna leave it on Hindi because I want to actually hear the actors' voices. Because somebody told me in the live chat, I think it was Bifer there, said that the actors did their dialogue in Hindi and Telugu. I wanted the Telugu. So that's what I'll say to this person. I'm not going to hit the thumbs up on that one. Telugu version is Z5, right? So I will thumbs up that, and I'll heart that one. And I'll say, oh, thanks. I know the answer to it, but I knew that yesterday, but I'll say thanks. Info. I'll check it out. Okay. We'll hit that one. You haven't watched 25% of the movie, it seems. You were always looking in the chat. Yeah, very disappointing. Okay, so I'm not going to thumbs up that one. Well, that's what happens when you do full live watch-alongs. Yeah. What would it see? No. What would you get? Would you really want to watch somebody just sitting there saying nothing, talking? Like, I'm talking about it. It's meant for these watch-alongs are meant for people to key up their own copies and watch along with me. So I'm not going to thumbs up that, but it looks like lots of people are saying on that. To not put in commentary. So I'll put in that one from the quoter. Secret Vault, I'm not going to acknowledge. What's this one? Actually, you missed an important detail while watching into camera. So again, it happens when you're doing a live stream. It happens when you're doing a live stream because we do it live, right? That's something that's different here. It's something that I don't see anybody else doing on YouTube on this kind of scale. Because when you do live reactions and stuff like that, when you do other reactions, like other reactor tables, channels, other reactor channels, they record it all on their computer and then they edit it, right? I'm not doing that. I'm doing it all live. Got to think on the fly. But I think I've been, like, it's an art form. It really is what I do. It's not easy because I'm toggling the controls on the keyboard and I'm like also trying to be entertaining for you guys to watch along with me, right? And yes, I do miss some things, especially on a first time watching. That's why when we do things when we do like Godzilla versus Kong, I know where things are, and it's like a guide. And when we do like King Kong, like the 1970s Kong, I found lots of value in that because I watched it so many times, and I know the parts where I can talk and highlight things to you guys, right? Arglass says a live watch along is about interaction and commentary. You do a stand-up job, James. Fair to play to you. Well, thanks, Arglass. That's very nice. So this was from the troll reaction, and this was from Hourglass. Okay, so what did you say here? I really like this movie. Glad you seemed to enjoy it, James, and you stayed until the end scene. Yes, I did. Why were people not staying to the end scene? I liked I like this movie too. But some of the cultural stuff maybe went over my head. Yeah, because there's stuff there about the church and stuff like that, the Christianization of Norway or whatever, right? And then another one here from Hourglass there. So the folklore goes, when the churches were built, the trolls started throwing stones at them to push their faith. Oh, okay. The folklore even stated that the trolls started hunting for Christian blood. Yeah, that's the part of the movie that I was kind of like, man, I don't know if I like that or not. And once found, they started eating the humans who changed their faith. Okay, so for that one, I'll just say thanks for the info. Cool. Thanks. That makes sense. So there you go. Oh, you gave a super chat badge for that one. Cool. I'll say no problem. Glad you enjoyed. All right, and then one final comment here. I think that's it. Yeah, no, still lots of still lots of stuff out there from Hourglass. Okay, well, we'll do those a little bit later on. Yeah, if we get lots of those guys, it's kind of interesting for you guys to see how I respond to some of that stuff. Of course, my spam filter caught some nice ditties that I'm not going to share with you guys. It's just spam about go to this site and you'll meet girls kind of thing, that kind of thing. Let's just go over to the Twitter roundup and round up the day. We're going a little bit over time today. What's going on out there? Diogo Calva. Yeah. Okay, here's something else too. He's going to be in Babylon. Now, we got I just watched a 3-hour movie in RR&R, and I felt like the time, it went by like that. But we got Avatar 2 coming out, that's 3 hours, and we got Babylon coming out, that's 3 hours. And Babylon, I feel like, with Diego Calva here, I think that's the one that I'm going to feel like the most. I'll be like, oh, I don't know if I want to sit here in the theater for 3 hours. Daisy Jones and the Six. Don't know what that is. Daisy Jones and the Six premieres on Amazon Prime. Oh yeah, I'm trying to upload my. I gotta get into do my Prime thing here so we can watch everything everywhere all at once. Start my free trial. If I can still get it. I don't know if I can still get it. We'll see. If we can set that up, we'll do it later today. All right, Harris Dickinson. Saoirse Ronan in Sir Steve McQueen's next film, Blitz. Apple Original Films, okay. Kewa Kwan. On his return to acting, when I stepped in front of the camera, I felt alive. I don't know how to explain it, but it was a feeling that I haven't had in decades. But I feel alive now, yeah. And he was in Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is why we need to watch that movie, James. That settles it. I'm going to do my best to try to get this done today, guys. We will, because I hear good things about it. It's one of the last big ones on my must-see list. And my must-see list is going to be big. When we come down to the end of the month here, guys, we'll be doing live streams of the best movies of the year on my spreadsheet. We did a mid-year report, so we'll be looking forward to that. Oh yeah, this George and Tammy with Jessica Chastain and Michael Shannon apparently debuted fairly well. That was on Showcase, right? 3.3 million. R.I.P. Kirstie Alley. Bong Joon-ho, Mickey 17. Yeah. Everything Everywhere All at Once. That settles it. I need to watch that movie. Enough of the procrastination, James. Keke Palmer covers Wonderland magazine. She did SNL, right? And she revealed that she's pregnant right now. Right? Is that what happened? Keke Palmer. She was in Nope. Glass Onion character posters. Yeah, we saw those. We looked at those. Okay, so that's just more of the inside the actor studios. We watched that yesterday. All right. I think that pretty much catches us up for today. I got nothing else in store for you guys. And I'm just going to refresh my YouTube page here to see if I missed any trailers that dropped that perhaps wasn't in that Twitter roundup. If the new trailer drops, sometimes they drop around lunchtime here where we're at, where I live. Just refreshing the page. I don't think I missed anything of importance. They effed up. No, I didn't miss anything there, and I didn't miss anything about the headlines about the DC universe. Okay. Yeah. We'll round it up there today, guys. Thank you for joining me. Join me tomorrow at 11 a.m. for more movie news headlines and more live watch-alongs. If I can get that Amazon Prime thing going, we'll be watching Everything Everywhere All at Once. And then we'll start into The Peripheral. So pay attention to the channel for that, because that's coming along this week for sure, I believe. Hopefully. There you go. See you next time on Mirror Domains. Enjoy the rest of your day.